For all creative people, the challenges that you go through, the ups and downs, they either kick you out or they make you stronger. It's going to be one way or the other, you know, because the sacrifices are immense. If you want to be creative, you're going to make sacrifices you're not even thinking about. Hot dog. Got a stool?
Come in.
I'm Dexter Wansel. I'm a music producer, and I'm from Philadelphia. I signed with Philly International in 1975 as a producer, writer, and recording artist. I did 4 albums at Philly International as a recording artist and many albums as a producer, writer, arranger, and synthesis and keyboard player. Gamble Records was already ruling the world by the time I got there in '75. The Philly sound at Philly International Records, or at Gamble Records, had been done as good as it was going to be done. Well, the one thing I realized at PIR was that I was different, you know. I mean, I was, like I was saying, I was the only person in synthesis at the time, especially back in the early '70s. So I had to create something different for myself, you know, and especially on my albums. It wasn't really about trying to, you know, come up with the singles. With the other artists, I had to sort of like toe the line, you know. I was synthesizing, so even when I was writing strings and horns or orchestrations, I would mix my synthesis in with the orchestra, and it kind of like gave it a different, you know, different sound, different something, you know. There was no licensing being done. In other words, people were sampling, and the original creators of the music, the artists or producer, writers, what have you, weren't getting compensated. So I didn't think too good about it back then. But now that the legislation has changed and it allows for fair sharing, you know, I feel a lot better about it. Of course, I'm honored. And for the most part, I haven't heard anything that turned me off about how they've used the tracks. I think Jay-Z did a great job with Hurry Up This Way, again with Politics as usual. And I just heard Spotlight the other night by Wiz Khalifa. I think that it's a wonderful thing. It certainly gives us writers new life. And now that we can share in some of the royalties, it's better, because then that gives us not just an appreciation for what they're doing, but a value. People view creative people differently. Everybody has a gift, you know, and it's up to everyone to follow that gift or not. You know, some people believe in their gifts and follow them, some people don't. I think that that's really what makes the difference, you know. I've written a sort of like a horror book, and it's called Shortwave. It kind of refocused me into creativity and its original process again. And believe it or not, it kind of like gave me a bigger respect for the creative process, you know, maybe that I ever had before, because maybe I take music for granted, but trying to write a book was like, what am I doing? But at the end of the process, it was like, oh man, I understand even more so the creative process, you know.